attitude to these sorts of things, contemplating the world ahead as we wait for the green flag. Okay, we've got a green flag at the back. About time now. Yep, Paul leading till the last moment as Lottie clears the grid there. Lambert making the most of that empty second row there. He's looking for a hole shot. Oh yeah, watch this, Greg Lambert. But he's going to thread the needle between those two F1 machines, mate. What a start for him. Absolutely fantastic stuff as he goes through comments in the little F2 machine. Certainly going to look around the big F1 machine of Archer and Hyde, though. Outside pass, that could be the inside of Carly's too, but you've got to get them with you in just a second there, Brad.
Yeah, got them here. Number 70, Phil Hyde and Rupert Archer have now taken the race lead away from Greg Lambert and was that Andy Javins, isn't it, with the long hair?
Yeah, I think it's Andy Javins in today, yep.
Chris Wright and Paul Bailey go side by side with that other Willis Pink number 69 and make the move then. So that is to say that number 69, Greg Lambert and Andy Javins are now down to third place on that Formula 2 machine, and they're very easy to spot from a distance on that Willis Pink and the yellow number 69 machine. We're watching them now go around Chris Kerr and the number 70 machine, while Phil Hyde and Rupert Archer, they are out in front through the right hand and now over to the left toward the gooseneck, then downhill, down a steep decline in towards Mansfield. Chris Wright, Paul Bailey up next. Then it is the number 69, followed by the number 113 machine there, Baz Bevan and RJ Hancock in fifth position as the rest of the runners and riders there. That change of position, number 96 has a look at the inside there. That's Frederick James Gale and Ben Gale having a look at the inside of James and Catherine Banks.
Yeah, just watching him come through the bottom of the mountain. Now, I tell you what is really noticeable from here is, I don't know if it's a technique change or a machine kind of change, but compared with the Prometheus Cup guys and girls, these passengers are not hanging out of these bikes anything like as radically. The Prometheus Cup guys are going for the fulls. These guys are barely leaning out of the bike in some cases as Archer and Hyde come across the line. I think we've got to discount them as far as championship points go there, because Chris Wright and Paul Bailey will come across the line in second place there, ahead of Lambert and Jabins. Now, these guys are both looking for the championship respectively. Greg Lambert came into this round leading by 128 points. Chris Wright came into this one leading by 155. And of course, the good news for Chris and Paul is that main competitor in this championship is unfortunately nowhere to be seen at the moment. Saunders and Stell come across the line in fourth place, second of the F2s, but I think that's probably third place if we remove the others. So that's good news. Hancock and Bevan, they're just behind them. They're in third, so they're keeping very much that F2 championship alive there. Thomas and James up next, and it's Morford and Ryder, Buchanan and Evans make up a place at the start there. Morford and Ryder went back a couple, and King and Seagulls will go up a couple as well. Lawrence and Pym didn't make a great start on the opening lap there. They've gone back quite a few. Looks like we lost the 58 machine of Eastall. Maybe they just didn't start, of course. They're already Butler and Saunders. But out in front, it is certainly looking like bonus time for Archer and Hyde at the moment, isn't it, Bradley? And that's interesting because on my entry list it's got it down as being Phil Hyde and Rupert Archer in the chair, but on the screen I am showing it the other way around. It is showing as Rupert Archer with Phil Hyde in the chair. So apparently that is the way. The screen is correct. So it is Archer doing the driving, Hyde doing the hanging off the side. Lambert and Haynes there up to seeing. There's that Wright and Bailey with an issue. Have they gone into the pits? Because I saw they got a red mark against their name there. Not quite sure what's happened there. I've missed them somewhere. Yeah.
Just come past me now.
Okay, it's going to be a transponder issue. No, I know what it is. It hasn't come up on the screen yet, but I realise what that means. That's going to be a 10-second penalty. I think they were out of place at the start, so I think they picked up a bit of a penalty there. They were definitely moving when the lights went down, I'm afraid, so you don't have to be moving by very much. It wasn't any great advantage to them, but that has now dropped them to second in class. So this is going to be even more frustrating there for James Fayers and Mark Fox, because if they'd been out there, you would have thought they'd still be running around in at least second or third place. So they've certainly robbed themselves of potentially a gold medal here, which is a great, great shame, because right, Bailey, that slight could make all the difference to somebody else's weekend. Hopefully James will get in touch and tell us what's going on there at some point. I'd genuinely like to know. Lambert and Javens lead the F2s ahead of Hancock and Bevan, so that's the 1-2 there. They're also running that way on the track if we discount the Archer Hyde machine, of course, which unfortunately we do have to. So Wright and Bailey, who are running second on the road, will pick up that penalty, which does relegate them quite a way down. Here come Archer and Hyde over the line to complete lap 3 on the Hannafin supported machine. And now Wright and Bailey, that is a frantic pace they're doing there. Around about 6 seconds quicker. What sort of lap times have we got for the Bemsee Club sidecars? It's quite an old one, isn't it? It's
the two sidecars, yeah, it's a 1 minute 40.634, and then the opening sidecars are 1 minute 32.2.
32. That's, you can't imagine going 7 seconds quicker than Archer and Hyde are going. That's just absolutely amazing stuff. So yeah, Wright and Bailey getting relegated again. They've now moved up to 7th place overall on the screen, just a second and a half behind Thomas and James there. It's all chopping and changing at the back behind them as well as Morford and Ryder go past on Thomas and James. Lawrence and Penn move past on Molyneux and Copper. Looks like Saunders and Smythe didn't have a good lap either. They went back by 3 places there. There goes Hanks, and I think Kirk is in the chair this time. And so they are another one of those swapping riders and passengers as a result of the Greg Lambert Sidecar School up there in Middlesbrough at Teesside. If you want to learn to be a sidecar driver or indeed passenger, Greg Lambert is unique possibly in the world, certainly in this country, in running a school up there at the Teesside track, the popular Teesside Autodrome. And you can go along for the day and learn to be a driver, a passenger. You can learn to be both if you really feel like it. Whether an individual or if you want to go up as a potential team, Greg will quite happily help you, and he's adopting people along the way, which is why he has got James Hanks who's in there and his passengers as well. Oh, somebody going very wide on the chicane there, just getting all 3 wheels onto the grass there to keep it facing the right direction. Somebody else coming towards you, the hand in the air as well. I can't quite see who that is, but that's one of the F2 outfits exiting stage left towards the pits as well. So it's all chopping and changing a little bit out there, but out in front, no changes. Archer and Hyde have flown across the line ahead of Wright and Bailey, who once again play that drop down the order game as that penalty gets applied, unfortunately, for Chris and Paul. But I think they are still going to be leading the class. They are showing a second of the F1s, but they had the huge advantage of Archer and Hyde not actually picking up any points in this race, I think. So that will be another 25 points in their bank. Lambert and Haynes, Hancock and Bevan, Saunders and Stell, Moffat and Ryder, Wright and Bailey, Buchanan and Evans. Yeah, there goes Thomas and James down the order there. So they would have been the ones having the moment, I think. Trying to work out who has retired there, actually, because I'm not showing anybody not coming across the line just yet who hasn't recovered. Go on, mate.
Just have a look there for number 146 of Brian Saunders and Smythe.
Yeah, Smythe, that's the one, yep.
They didn't come past me here and it looked like it was a yellow purple machine.
Yeah. Hanks and Kirk have come past, and yep, you're right, they've now been relegated there. Unfortunately, that puts them into the also round positions. And in front though, the leaders coming back around to complete lap number 5. They should be punching their way past. They're going to be catching some of the back markers here. Shouldn't prove too much of a problem around here. Catching back markers in half a dozen laps around Cadwell Park that can't be going too quickly. So, Rupert Archer, Phil Hyde, blind side. Here comes Wright and Bailey. Probably quite relaxed. Chris Wright's been doing this for a while though. He probably knows he was rolling just a little bit. We're only talking creeping at the start there. Unfortunately, maybe a little bit of clutch grab, something like that. But unfortunately, that's all the difference it makes. Hancock and Bevan there. Good to see Rob and Baz on the podium. They're a good, strong podium for them as well. That second place podium. Greg Lambert, of course, has been keeping himself very busy. Was he up at Scarborough as well? Bradley?
Yeah, sorry, what?
Was Greg Lambert up at Scarborough?
Not last time out. He has been there before.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, not last time out.
Okay, because he was pretty busy at the Southern 100, of course, because that's where he's been out to play lately.
They were very close together, so it was quite a few riders didn't make it.
Yeah.
There, but no, it'd be good to see him back up there. He's very successful there, it has to be said.
Is he? Okay. Now we Do see quite a few of the guys who are here this weekend who've been to Scarborough so far this year, and of course in past years as well. They're getting confirmation of the 62 10-second penalty jump start. Did suspect that. Yep, I can see that one, as you say, coming out of the chicane down towards us. I wonder if somebody just ran onto the grass, and maybe the guys up there are very prompt with the flags there, just got the flag fluttering a little bit there just to make sure that in case it did turn into an incident. Doesn't seem to be any huge differences on the timing screen there. Oh, a little bit slower there, maybe for Pringham Park in there, a little bit slower than their previous best. But, certainly no doubt about the leader. Archer and Hyde making their way down through Chris Kerr back into the gooseneck. Again, they're punching their way past the back markers quite happily, effortlessly, I think is the phrase. Wright and Bailey have now moved up to fourth on the screen, so most definitely that penalty is going to make no difference to the gold medal they're going to pick up at the end of the race. So they've overcome a 10-second penalty. Archer and Hyde just means their gap is going to be even bigger out the front now. It's out to 25 seconds almost between themselves and Greg Lambert and Andy Javins there.
They're having a good battle as well with Sidecars and RJ Hancock as you go in towards Mansfield and through to the chicane. Greg Lambert and Andy Javins just ahead of that 113 machine through the chicane now. Of course, that's what we're on saying the race leading the Formula 2 team.
Yeah, it is indeed actually. We've RJ and Baz haven't had a win at all, and they've come so close. They span out, unfortunately, while leading at Pembrey, and they were doing well yesterday, I seem to recall, and unfortunately went backwards after a very good start there as well. So it'll be interesting to see. It's certainly going to be a good result. They did pick up a third yesterday in the second race, and they've been desperately and keen to add a gold to their medal collection. Well, they've got one more lap to go as the funny looking Saltire comes out and tells them to hurry their way up. A little battle just coming past me as well there. I just hadn't noticed it before, as the Saunders and Stella Morford and Ryder battle. Those guys are separated by about a quarter of a second across the line, and that is actually for third place in the F2s there, Bradley. So definitely all to play for if you want to take a medal home in that particular battle as well. That's the 158 and the 37 machines.
Yeah, got him coming by me now. Charlie Morford and Dave Ryder just about have the advantage. 158 machines, Liam Saunders and Ben Stell were sideways today. We're getting the power down onto Park straight at the final time then. Race leaders already on towards the chicane now. We see Chris Wright and Paul Bailey making their way in towards the gooseneck now. And they'll keep an eye on that battle for the lead of the Formula 2s. And Greg Lambert and Andy Javins have pulled the pin on this final lap here, because there's a 113 there of Baz Bevan and RJ Hancock around about a 300 second or so behind. Charlie Morford and Dave Ryder likewise pulling open a little bit of a gap there over Liam Saunders and Ben Stell for that final podium position in the Formula 2s. But the leaders of the F2s making their way towards you now, Keith, and then third position and fourth position through the chicane.
I have to say, in the first sector, actually, it looks like Hancock and Bevan did close the gap by about half a second. But unfortunately, I don't think they're going to have any sort of opportunity to overtake. They're not quite close enough to overtake anyway, and even if they were, rapidly running out of time, as Rupert Archer and Phil Hyde do indeed take the checkered flag. Fastest lap of the race there. They cruise over the line there. Very gentle pace, but the main battle, there goes Chris Wright and Paul Bailey. They do confirm their victory in the club sidecars there. So Greg Lambert and Andy Javins, as you say, to come across the line there. They will relegate their rivals there as Hancock and Bevan do come across the line. 1.9 seconds behind there, a solid second place nonetheless. Morford and Ryder hold on for that third place in the F2s ahead of Saunders and Stell. Buchanan and Evans in fifth place there. The team to have been over at the Southern 100 recently. St Lawrence, Greg Pym pick up third place in the F1s there, finished 8th overall. In fact, that will be second place in the F1s, of course, because we forget to eliminate the Archer Hyde machine. So it's a good result for Alison there, coming out for the first time this weekend. King Sidworth next across the line in 9th place, and then it's Shipley and Astley. Trying to find the next of the Formula Ones. It's Forrester next, who will pick up a 3rd place for their efforts in that race. So well done, everybody.